G and Matty on Big G Country.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the first edition of Big G and Matty, and we are so excited to be back together again.
Yeah, as they say, we're super stoked and ready to go, and welcome to the show. And it's great to have you along for the Big G and Matty excellent adventure into podcasting and YouTubing.
You know, for 16 years we've been on radio. And what was it you said about us being on?
Well, you probably never thought you'd see these ugly pusses on your TV screen. But here we are. And,
yeah.
Well, you'll have to drag us away now.
Well, this is the new way of doing communication. And, of course, so we're pretty excited about it. I mean, after all, for all the years, we have 100 years of broadcasting if we put our careers together on radio and some TV down through the years with both of us. So it's a new way to do this, and we're excited that we're able to communicate to our friends, fans, and especially family, who's probably the only ones watching right now, but that we're able to get together and really have some fun, because the key to us for 16 years every morning was?
Well, laughter.
Exactly.
And speaking of friends, Big G, we will have a few friends dropping by occasionally, like Jimmy the Janitor. How about a cuckoo criminal every now and then?
Exactly.
Altar Boy Biggie with Monsignor Matty, of course.
Yeah, his mystic mumblings have created such, it's such an intelligent level out there to give people, a way to start their day.
Now that you mention that,
Yeah.
I can think of a mystic mumbling right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can we get
and
some...
I wonder, because we enjoyed coffee a little earlier before the show started.
Exactly.
And do you think the people at Lipton Tea that work there get coffee breaks?
Mystic mumblings, that's the type of thing, Monsignor Matty, this is the...
That's why we retired.
This is the intelligent level that we feed. And that's the intelligent level we're going to continue to feed. So stay with us. Now, on this particular program, it's just before Christmas. And so we're a little bit of a Christmas celebration coming up.
Exactly, because Jimmy the Janitor is going to drop by. And I know everybody out there, you love fruitcake, right?
Oh, really?
Well, even if you don't love fruitcake, you're going to love Jimmy the Janitor's recipes.
Oh.
Coming your way in a few minutes.
Can I say this? Sure. I hated fruitcake until Jimmy the Janitor came on the show, and with his wife Danica's recipe, he turned the leaf for me. And now I can't get enough of fruitcake during the Christmas season. It's sort of like, as you know, with your, Matty here, when it comes to Christmas season, the eggnog in the fridge, especially out, in the super garage, the man cave, the eggnog is beyond, and the same, pretty well, some of those ingredients go into that eggnog, right?
Oh yeah, a lot of ingredients. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you though, it's hard to top Jimmy's fruitcake, and you're going to love it. It's a classic. So speaking of Christmas, which is so close right now, you've got a Christmas story or two, do you not?
Oh, listen, I've got lots of Christmas stories for sure, but the one that always rings in my mind when it comes to Christmas and always puts a smile on my face is the fact that many years ago, I happened to be an employee at CKWS, and I was doing morning radio, and then I was doing the odd TV bit here. And so they asked me, they said, Sears in the old Kingston Center sponsored the Santa Claus show. And every Monday, we would tape 5 Santa Claus shows. And they would get kids, kindergarten, grade 1, grade 2, and they would line up. And in every half-hour show, these young kids would come sit on Santa's lap and tell Santa exactly what they wanted for Christmas. And, as the tapings went on and the show moved on through the weeks, Santa would get a little giddier and a little giddier as the kids would come along. Well, this one particular day, this young fellow, we'll call him Johnny, he was really shy and he didn't want to sit on Santa's knee. But folks, you know how parents are. That parent that brought that little Johnny was going to get that young little guy to sit on Santa's knee regardless. So Santa, realizing the situation, got out of the Santa chair, went over to little Johnny and said, little Johnny, why don't you just come with Santa, sit on Santa's knee and tell Santa what it is you'd like for Christmas. And little Johnny, he all of a sudden perked up and said, okay, this is all right, because Santa came to me and Santa now brought me over to the chair. Well, as little Johnny sat on Santa's lap, it became clearly aware to Santa that little Johnny had a particular odor about him. And that odor wasn't a nice odor, if you know what I mean. And then the odor sort of started to spread into the studio a little bit. And now the cameraman kind of picked up on this odor. And it wasn't what you might call a liquid odor. It was a poo-poo odor. And poor little Johnny had to kind of get off Santa's knee, and Santa had to go and have a change because Santa was soiled.
So was rotten little Johnny.
It was rotten little
And he
Johnny.
probably did it on purpose.
Well, he was forced, I think.
Okay.
And so we'll blame it on the forceful parents, okay? What about you, Matty? I mean,
Well, I got a little gaffer story.
you were a bad little bugger when you were that age.
Well, let me tell you,
Yeah.
I was a little younger than that. I remember my first Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't even a year old,
Really?
and I was in my crib.
And you remember this, do you?
Yes. Yeah, I can't remember anything yesterday, but I remember when I was 6 months old.
I know the feeling.
And I said, Dada, Dada. He said, what do you want, Matty? I said, a rattle. So
Yeah.
I didn't want a rattle for Christmas.
Yeah.
Because they're lots of fun, especially when you're a little guy.
Exactly.
Like still, in diapers. So, Christmas morning,
Yep.
in walks my dad. And I don't think he liked me.
Really?
I don't know what the heck.
What made you think that, little Matty?
Well, he walked by my crib, he threw a rattle in,
Yeah.
and there was a snake on the end of it. So, what do I...
Why did I know that was coming?
and that time
Yeah.
I told you this story too,
Yeah.
that he built me a swing set in front of that brick wall. Man, oh man, that hurt.
Yeah. What about the time, you told me this story too, that I think you were in grade 3 and you were getting in trouble quite regularly. And the one time you went home for lunch and they'd moved. what about that time?
Yeah. Rendered my room out.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
There was one other Christmas.
Okay.
Like there were like 5 of us kids, and my dad promised us one Christmas that we're going to Disneyland.
Oh, really?
So we're all excited.
Oh, man, yeah.
About a month before Christmas, we couldn't sit still,
No.
waiting to go to Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go, a day before Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
and we jump in the car, the station wagon he had,
Yeah.
and me and my brothers and sisters, and we jump in the car. Dad starts the car up, and he said, "Oh, I just heard on the radio." What? Disneyland burned down. Back in the house. So, anyway, that was a sad year.
Yeah.
But-
Well, that's that because you were an army brat. So I mean, you
I'm proud of it.
yeah, you moved around a lot, right? So
Yeah.
so you had Christmases in Germany, and you had Christmases in
Halifax,
Ottawa,
Ottawa,
Christmases in
Coburg.
Yeah.
Yeah. We moved around a lot. Any person affiliated with the armed forces can identify with that story.
Oh,
I'm sure.
absolutely, yeah.
So, what have you been up to since I saw you last?
Well, just about nothing, really.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
No, the funny thing is, as you're watching this, it's like 5 days before Christmas, or it could be over Christmas. But when our last day on the radio was February 21st of this year, and we got 2 weeks to kind of enjoy what we were called retirement, and then the COVID hit.
Yeah. It's been
Talk about being busy like we were, right?
Mm-hmm.
And going all over and having, all kinds of friends meet with us and have dinner or have lunch, Christmas lunches and things. We went to being with the family 24/7 for 3 months. That didn't really work out all that well, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But we're all still together, so that's good.
And as you know out there, the numbers, we got to turn this thing around. Thank goodness they have the vaccines out there now.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll see some light at the end of this dark, dark tunnel.
Hey, listen, why don't we get Jimmy in here?
Yeah.
All right. So listen, we got Jimmy the janitor all lined up, and he's going to tell us. He's going to actually go and repeat the recipe that he gave us some years ago about his Christmas fruitcake.
You might want to get your pencil and paper out and jot down this recipe.
Exactly.
Hey, Big G and Matthews, how you doing, boys? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do for you, Biggie. How about if I give you Danica's secret fruitcake recipe?
Yeah.
It's guaranteed to put you in the holiday spirit, I tell you.
Yeah, okay, let's have it, Jimmy. Come on.
Okay,
man, I'd love to have it, buddy.
Right. Okay, here's what you need.
Yeah.
4 large eggs, 2 cups of dried fruit, a teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of salt, a cup of brown sugar, lemon juice, nuts, and a bottle or 2 of rum.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, before you start, sample the rum for quality.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get started, boys.
Yeah.
Take a large bowl and a measuring cup. Check the rum again to be sure it's the highest quality. Pour 1 level cup and drink it as fast as you can. Repeat now, and turn on the electric mixer. Beat 1 cup of butter in a large fluffy bowl and 1 teaspoon of sugar, and beat again. Meanwhile, make sure the rum has maintained its fine quality. Try another cup. Open a second bottle of rum if necessary. Now, turn off the mixer, reach 2 large eggs, add to the bowl, and chuck in the cup of dried fruit. Mix on the turner again and beat till high. If it gets stuck in the beaters, pry it loose with a screwdriver. Sample the rum again for quality. Next, sift 2 cups of pepper or salt or something. Who the hell cares? Important to check the rum again and strain the nuts, fold in some chopped butter, add 1 tablespoon of brown sugar or whatever color you can find. Grease the oven. Turn the cake to 350 degrees. Don't forget to beat off the turner. Now pour the whole mess into the cover and check the rum again and boat again. Oh, what a room! I tell you, it's starting to spin.
Hey, Jimmy.
Good night, Jimmy.
Good night, Jimmy.
Goodbye, Jimmy. Jimmy.
That's why fruitcake tastes so well, according to Jimmy the janitor.
Yeah, thanks, Jimmy. That was a great recipe. And here's to those who wish us well, and those who don't, well, you know.
Yeah, exactly. The thing we want to also tell is Jimmy's going to be like a semi-regular on the show, and he's going to be coming back with lots of other stories through the weeks and months ahead. And also our Cuckoo Criminal. Now, our Cuckoo Criminal, we've got some great stories. And we've got a Christmas story, too, and a Cuckoo Criminal coming up here in just a minute that we're going to talk about. But let's tell everybody down the road what we're going to be doing.
Well, of course, podcasting. We're doing this YouTube thing. And, of course, it's all new to us. And, well, we're just kind of feeling our way through. And hopefully you will help us navigate this new adventure for Big G and Matty, okay?
We're going to be phoning some of you as well. And we're going to have you live on the phone or on Zoom right here on our program. We've got lots of good friends that over the years I hate to use the word name dropped on the air. And some people, actually have been a little critical of us and said, why do you talk about us like that? And our comeback always was, listen, if we're talking about you on the air, even if we're talking smack about you on the air, it's because we love you. It's not because we don't like you. Because if we don't like you, you'll never hear your name
Exactly.
On the show.
I'll tell you one fellow
Yeah.
that's been part of the big show right from the start.
Yeah.
And helped us along. When you'd go on vacation, he'd pop in. When I'd go on vacation, he'd pop in and help you out. Mark Potter will be joining us once in a while.
Exactly. Love Mark, and he's a funny guy.
Mm-hmm.
I how many times did I fire Mark?
Well, at least 4 that I know of.
Yeah, exactly.
He's been fired more than me.
I mean, here's a guy who comes on the radio, and him and Matty are talking about me, and I had lost some weight. And I work, folks, you out there who can identify with Big G, it's not the only reason why they call me Big, by the way, but you can identify with Big G and you lose weight. You feel good about yourself, right? I mean, you feel like if somebody says to you, wow, Big G, you've lost weight, you look good. You feel good about yourself. Oh, here's a guy, comes on the air. Matty says to him,
Well, Big G lost some weight. He lost 100 pounds. Potter looks at me and he goes, Big G lost 100 pounds? I said, yeah. He said, well, that's sort of like throwing a deck chair out the Titanic, though, isn't it?
yeah.
So, that wasn't nice.
Can you imagine, like throwing a deck chair off the Titanic?
Right.
And so I fired him.
Yep.
And he groveled and came back a few weeks later.
So you know what? I got to tell you something. I saw it on Facebook today. This one fellow talk about being fired.
Yeah.
And I've been fired, as you know,
Yeah.
from some of the biggest radio stations in the country.
You certainly have, Matty. I mean, how many people could actually brag about that? Yeah.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
I saw this post today,
Mm-hmm.
and a fellow said, I've been fired so much, I decided to retire. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah. Well, we can relate, folks.
Yeah, because we're retired, right?
Yeah. And
We can't get fired anymore.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to be able to call our own shots now. No one's going to fire us, right?
Yeah, we're our own bosses.
So there you go. Anyhow, also coming up in the weeks ahead, we're going to be talking about, some of the things that are going on in our life. Matty's a hunter, and he fishes a lot. I do fish also, not as good as the, what do you call yourself, the Lakeshore Legend?
Well, I've got a number of names, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Lakeshore Legend, Walleye Wayne,
Yeah.
Muskie Matt, Buckmaster, as far as...
Buckmaster?
yeah.
Okay.
We could go on and on.
Better say that very clearly. That's what I'm going to say about that. All right.
So,
And I like racing. And, we have, my son Tim and I have a race car. And also we sponsor and support another race car, Chris Raby's race car. So we'll be out and about. We'll be taking our camera out. And, one of the things I said we'd like to do, we used to do this all the time, is go get a group of people together and go ice fishing for a day in the winter, right?
yeah, picnic on the ice.
Yeah. Why don't we do that this winter? We're going to take the camera out. We're going to do some ice fishing with some good friends. And you'll be able to see it right here with Big G and Matty.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a wonderful time of year, and it's just a new beginning for us as far as, we've been sitting around for the last, 8 months now?
Yeah.
Doing nothing. So it's just good to be out and about and getting out of the house.
We've had some special guests over the years as well. I mean, some real top celebrities join the Big G and Matty show. And one of the guys who we really loved having on a semi-regular basis was Ozzy Osbourne, eh?
Oh, Ozzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ozzy had these comments. I mean, you were talking to him one day, and he made the comment that he hated Christmas, and we wondered why he hated Christmas. So this is what Ozzy told us.
Yes, Regis K. Kelly Lee, Ozzy Osbourne here with a request. Could you guys please play "I Hate Christmas" by Cary Grant and the Whoville Outcasts?
Well, we'll look around and see if we have it, Ozzy. But in the meantime, what's this we hear about you hating Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I hate it. Every time I get visions of sugar plums dancing in my head, I think it's another bad acid trip.
Oh, now, come on, Ozzy. I mean, there's nothing about Christmas that brings you joy, is there?
Yes, when it's over, I get lots of joy. And I hate Christmas carols, too. In fact, I even hate women named Joy or Carol.
Oh, come on, Oz. What about opening presents, though?
Yeah.
Bah, they never turn out to be what I really want. Mostly because the pharmacy doesn't gift wrap.
How do you get to be such a Scrooge, Ozzy?
Well, 'twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, except for a mouse. So I bid its freaking hell! Thanks, Big G and Matthews. Sleep tight and don't let the humbugs bite.
Yeah, all right.
Whatever.
Well, there's Ozzy for you, and the reason why Ozzy hates Christmas. But we don't hate Christmas, Matty.
No, we love Christmas. And, of course, Ozzy, he's out there. He's a different dude, man.
He certainly is, yeah.
He's a pretty funny guy, though.
Hey, listen, we want you to continue watching us into the new year when we start the regular Big G and Matty program on this new format of YouTube and podcast. And here's how you can help us out. Just go to your subscribe button on YouTube. You go to search. You go to BIG, big space G space country. Hit search, and up will pop the Big G and Matty Show. That'll be on YouTube. And on podcast, it's basically the same thing. Hit search on podcast and go to Big G Country Show, and up will come the Big G and Matty Show.
Yeah. We look forward to seeing you in the year 2021. And, of course, we all know that this last year, 2020, has not been very good to this world. But relief is on the way. We're seeing some light at the end of that tunnel, sort of an early Christmas present for all of us, if you will, this vaccine. So, once again, we'll see you soon. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to you and your family from Big G and Matty.
Well, I just wanted to get in the mood a little bit here, Matty, as we go.
Okay.
So I just wanted to say Merry Christmas to you all. And like Matty, I agree. 2021 is going to be a better year for us, a great year for us to move forward. And don't forget, hit that search button on YouTube for Big Space G Space Country, and Big G and Matty Show will show up. And we need all the subscribers we can get. So tell your friends. Have yourself a great Christmas, everybody.
See you soon.
Big G and Matty on Big G Country.